Good morning. My family's asleep, so I thought that I would do a quick video and share with you some of the little projects that I told you about last week about how to make some custom painted gifts. And I'll be giving these in the next few days, so I have a quick opportunity to do a little video while I drink some morning coffee. Good morning, Deborah. So first, I wanted to show you on my iPad the pets that I decided to paint. Okay, so here we have, so this was the first project I had mentioned. It's a little ornament. Now I bought this ornament for like $6 or $9 at Walmart. And he was kind of like this yucky gray color, but I painted him to match and be a custom little doggy to my friend's dog, Kobe. See his black on his back? So I caught her husband outside walking the dog, and I had him turn them all around so I could take a bunch of pictures. And then I painted this little ornament and put his name on the front. So this I'm going to give her today before she leaves for her out-of-town visits. The hardest part was probably painting his blue eyes because both of his eyes are blue, and that took a tiny brush. Okay, so that's gift number one. The next gift I did was for my friend who has 2 birds. So she is a crazy in love bird person with her cockatoo and her little conure. So this is a pineapple conure, and it is green on the back, and it has all these funny colors on the front. So these are the mugs that I painted for her. Now, what inspired these mugs was literally, I found them at a resale shop. They were different colors, the birds. The mugs were white, so I didn't do anything to the mugs. But the handles were just some random bird colors, so I painted this to look like her cockatoo. Now this was not acrylic paint. For this, I had to buy enamel. So, the mugs were like $1 each. And then the enamel paints were probably like $10. Because you have to buy special paint that's used for glass. So here is her pineapple conure that matches her bird. See, there's his back. Luckily, she gave me these pictures in a text. So I just went through our text chain and grabbed these photos. Okay, then the next one is my neighbor asked me if I could paint a picture of this doggy. Let me enlarge the picture, sorry. So this golden retriever, I forget her name actually, but here's a picture of her at their property. And then this is another picture of her. And they loved the way she always crossed her legs. So here's my portrait that I painted of this girl. And I kind of put a little bit of the property in the background. Hey, Jan. So there's kind of like their property in the background. I guess that's maybe their cabin. And there's the doggy. This is just painted in acrylic on a 12 by 12. And I'll show you the dog one more time. So that's her. I think I might need to just do some little tweaks to her face because it took me a while to do her face. Since this was a very short notice portrait, so here's the dog. So here she is. Let me enlarge it a little bit. So there's the old girl. And here's her painting. Okay, now I have one more painting to show you. This one's really fun. So back in the summer, I did a painting, this. So I painted this little 8 by 8, and it was for my daughter because there's a cute little story to this. But on her first date with her now boyfriend, he made her, one of their first dates, he made her dinner, and he bought oysters. And they were from I think they were from Whole Foods. They were like a really good quality oyster. But the first oyster that she ate, she saw a little something moving in it, and it was a tiny crab. And then she checked the next oyster that she had already eaten, and the oyster was gone, but there was a little crab in it. So she had 2 oyster shells in a row that had a tiny pea crab. And when they looked it up, it actually is a sign of a very healthy oyster population, so there's nothing wrong with it. You can even eat them, but it's a sign of good luck. So they took that as a great sign to their relationship, and 6 months later, they're still together. So for Christmas, Olivia and I painted this for Brad as a surprise. So he does not follow this channel, hopefully. And this is a 4 foot by 4 foot canvas that Olivia and I painted together. So it was a group effort, and you can see we both signed it down in the corner. There's our initials, and there's the little crab, see the little dark red crab, but it's hard to notice when you see the whole painting. So this is going to be a huge wall piece for him, and it's a little but huge personal gift that he has no idea is coming. So that's going to be super fun. All right, so there's all my projects. We did what's today, Wednesday? These were all done Monday and Tuesday. We did this Monday, and Monday evening, that was an evening project. We literally painted it in a couple hours, maybe, while watching a movie. And then we have our little Kobe ornament, our parrot mugs for my friend who's going to lose it when she sees these, when she has a mug with both of her parrots on them. I did paint this dog ornament, so it's earlier in the video, and this is a custom, it's a cheapy ornament that I just got from Walmart, but I custom painted it to look like my friend's blue-merled, blue-eyed Australian Shepherd. And then I wrote his name on the little bone. And then I also have this little commission painting that I did. This is a 12 by 12. Now this took me many hours. This probably took me 4 or 5 hours, maybe longer. But I finished it in one day, thankfully. I had the day to work on it on and off. And there you go. There are my painted gift ideas, and hope they inspire you to do something fun. This oyster painting was a blast and so much fun. Like, so messy, so many layers. I did a little practice painting. Hey Pat, Merry Christmas. And then this was the big one. And this is why I show you the little minis. When I share the minis with you and then we paint them larger, when you paint a mini, it gives you the confidence to work it out and make it messy, make it however you want, and then it gives you a blueprint to do something larger. And that's what I hope for those of you that paint with me, that when you do paint a miniature painting, you paint it larger. Or if you want to paint something really large, you experiment and paint something small first. All right, thanks everybody, and have a very Merry Christmas. And I will see you after the holidays.